Hello, everyone. This is Devesh Atplani. Hope you are doing good in the times of this pandemic and keeping safe by staying at home. Welcome to the second episode of this series, Going Beyond Marksheets. Today, we have with us someone who probably needs no introduction, but then for the sake of it, he is Akshat Goyal, who secured All India Rank 1 in CA Intermediate May 2019 exams and created history by scoring the All India ever highest marks in the history of ICAI. So, Akshat, thanks for being with us today.
Hello, Devesh.
Akshat,
Thank you for inviting me.
Akshat, first of all, let me ask you, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I hope you, Devesh, and all our audience are also doing very good.
Thank you, Akshat. So, Akshat, let me first start with asking you, during your preparation, this time, 2 years back, while you preparing for your exams, which will probably due in the next 20 days, did you target a rank? Or probably did you target All India Rank 1?
No, not at all. I did not target a rank. My objective was to give my best, do my best, and leave the rest to destiny, like whatever be the result. Based on my preparation, based on the mock test I'd given, I was hopeful that I might get a rank, but I had not targeted I want to get a rank, I want to get Air 1, because that is not too much pressure if you keep a such a high target, too much pressure. Like on me, it was already so much pressure from my coaching institute and from my friends, and for my expectation that they expected too much from me. That already cast so much pressure. I did not want to make more pressure on me by expecting and targeting a lot.
Correct. So, in fact, what you're trying to say is, if you tend to take that pressure of probably getting a rank, if you target a rank beforehand, probably if your preparation goes here and there, or if your papers go here and there, that will be more of a negative. There'll be more of a negative impact on the rest of the papers and on your preparation. In fact, right?
Yes, just we should aim a bit low, and whatever upward we get, that would be a bonus for us. If we aim too high, then what a bit even bit down would be a setback.
So probably I could frame it as hope for the best and be prepared for the worst, but don't expect anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, next question, Akshat, is most of the people think that rankers पूरा दिन पढ़ते रहते हैं and you require humongous efforts to get a rank, which probably is true, but then people feel that rankers only study and study, nothing else. And in fact, there is a section of people who also feel that rankers go for rote learning, they are good at memorizing things, and probably that is a reason behind them bringing a rank. So what do you have to say on this?
I want to clear a misconception. ऐसा नहीं है rankers पढ़ते पढ़ते रहते हैं. Even in my coaching, for my intermediate coaching, I was among the backbenchers. I was always ready to bunk classes. I was sleeping in classes all for entire duration playing on phones. I remember even once or twice I was thrown out of the class by teacher for doing something. So it's not like we're always studying and studying. Like we should enjoy our lives also in addition to that. Like study at home and not in not to show off others that we're studying. And those people who believe that only rote learning will help you get a rank, it is not like that. With the changing pattern of the institute, you require a much more deeper conceptual understanding. Like just take the case of MCQs. Like institute is requiring a very deep insight into the provisions and to the content so that you can be able to solve your MCQ. So it is not that by rote learning or by memorizing all sums of the STEM you can crack the C exams or get a rank.
Very true, very true. Totally agreed. But then, Akshat, it's great to know that even a person like you was thrown out of the class once by a particular faculty, and probably this is something that will give a lot of relief to all the backbenchers who are viewing this particular video, and probably this will give them some faith that we can also end up getting an All India rank 1, which is obviously possible. So, yeah, next question, Akshat, is. I want to know the importance of self-study vis-a-vis the importance of lectures from you. I mean, how much importance would you attribute to your self-study vis-a-vis the lectures that you attended in the ultimate result that you ended up getting, that is All India Rank 1?
I would say that self-study occupies a much major role as compared to lectures. Although lectures are important, but they just teacher आपको सिर्फ एक बार पढ़ा सकता है. In the end, आपको 3-4 बार खुद ही पढ़ना पड़ेगा. जब खुद पढ़ोगे वही याद रहेगा. तो इसलिए टीचर आपको जब कॉन्टेक्स्ट में पढ़ा दो तब सब समझ आ जाता है. जब खुद पढ़ने बैठे तब समझ नहीं आता. So what is important है कि खुद पढ़ते समय जो समझ आए. So lectures उतने important नहीं है. Like even my coaching sir used to say that the lectures or classes form only 10% of your result. The rest is your own hard work and practice.
Very true, very
Like I
true. So
would,
if I am to, yeah,
yeah,
Akshat, please go.
I would say that self-study can suffice even without lectures, but lectures in themselves are not sufficient. Self-study is
Yes.
the more compelling or more important part of your routine.
Correct, correct. So I think that's exactly what I was going to say. That probably what you're trying to say is they both are complementary to each other, but lectures are not a substitute to your self-study. And while substitute can survive without lectures, but then only lectures will not certainly suffice so far as the CA course or in general any course is concerned, right? So in
Exactly.
fact, Akshat, that brings me to our next question, and that is how much does the choice of a faculty matter in the CA course? That is, in fact, there are a number of faculties who probably release the list of the students who got a rank after having taken lectures from them, or probably there's such faculties who also release videos or lists of the rankers who were rankers in intermediate but currently are undergoing or have taken their lectures in CA final. So, in fact, I want to know your insights on this. That, in fact, a number of people would have asked you as well as to whose lectures did you take back in inter or now in final, and probably people tend to follow you that way. So, I want to ask you how much the choice of faculties does matter in the CA course as such.
The choice of faculty does not matter very much. Like all teachers are good. Everyone teaches the teaching the same subject. All are good. Like it is possible that I might like the teaching style of one teacher and you would prefer the teaching style of another teacher. So it does not matter that much from whom you take your classes. In the end, I just said that self-study is what would lead you towards a better result. You whatever teacher you take, just keep in mind that you study, yeah, do your self study more importantly, and more that would actually lead you towards the best result.
Correct,
And
correct.
choosing your faculty is just you should not go by what the other people are doing, what rankers are choosing, where are the rankers going. Like you should make your own assessment, like based on what teaching, based on the length of class. That is a consideration based on the books they give and everything. Make your own assessment and choose your faculty.
Correct, correct. So what Akshat believes is you should make your own assessment as regards what faculty probably you seem to be comfortable with, rather than blindly following, say, for example, whose faculty's lectures Akshat would have taken. So probably you need to make your own assessment. In fact, there are a number of anchors who end up getting a rank and a very good rank with only merely self-study. So probably at the end of the day, what is going to matter is self-study. Obviously, the faculty's lectures do matter, but then you have to choose the best faculty for yourself, and that would differ for every other individual. And there's no scope for blindly following what the other person has done or what a particular anchor has done. In fact, Akshat, you said the choice of materials, right? So I was wanting to ask you any particular guidance that you would like to give your juniors as regards how to make a choice of material or which material to study from.
Like regarding choice of material, I have mainly two things to say. First of all, the ICI study should not be ignored. Like whether you study directly from the SM or study from another book, just ensure that the study mat is covered in your other material also. Like if you're confident study mat is fully covered in it, like then only go for it. If you're feeling that study mat is not covered, just cover the extra parts from SM. SM should not be ignored because in the end that is where the paper is from. That is the core book of IC. And secondly, whatever you choose as a source of material, choose it very early. Like in the first reading or first division itself, you should be clear that these are the book, these are the copies from which I have to study, these are the questions I have to practice. Like you should be clear with it. You should not, and for every revision after that, you should follow only that. There should be not confusion like हमने ये book भी कर ली, ये book भी कर ली, अगली revision में दूसरे author की book track कर ली. That should not be the case because उससे बहुत confusion, बहुत chaos हो जाएगा. और लास्ट के 1.5 दिन में आप सब कुछ कवर नहीं कर पाओ. So from the start, just decide what should be your source and what should be your.
Correct. So one is keep only one source. Second is don't change it till the end. Third is make sure the source that you've chosen is exhaustive and it includes the study material questions as well. And the fourth thing that you said was you make sure that whatever source that you've referred, you are able to complete that particular source the day before exam, and you prepare accordingly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So in
sincerely.
fact, the next question, Akshat, is mock tests. Now, mock tests, how much do you feel they helped augment your preparation, or how much role did they play in your success? And in general, the importance that you would attach to mock tests in the CA course.
Like during my intermediate preparation, I gave around 3 series of mock tests of 8 papers each. So that is a lot of mock tests. And I would say mock tests really help you in your preparation. Like in many ways, first of all, they give you a reason to study. Because आपको पता है अगर हर हफ्ते हर संडे को हर 8-9 दिन में आपका एग्जाम है, so you know मुझे पूरा सिलेबस कंप्लीट करना है 8 दिन। वरना अगर कोई एग्जाम्स नहीं होंगे तो आपको लगेगा मई में एग्जाम्स है, मैं जैन में हूँ, तो आपको वो एक मोटिवेशन नहीं आएगी पढ़ने की। और जब आपके हर वीक हर 8-10 दिन में एग्जाम होएगा तो एक मोटिवेशन आएगी पढ़ना है। एंड मोस्ट ऑफ मोक टेस्ट से कंपटीशन भी क्रिएट होता है आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ, सो कंपटीशन से और अच्छी पढ़ाई। सेकेंडली, इससे ना यू गेट अ रियलिटी चेक दैट यू वेयर यू एग्जैक्टली स्टैंड। जैसे बहुत बहुत ऑफन इट हैपेंस कि जैसे 12th में ना बच्चों के बहुत ईज ना काफी ज्यादा बच्चों के स्पेशली सीबीएसई में 90 प्लस काफी इजीली आ जाता है आजकल। सीबीएसई मार्क्स बांटता है। सो उसके बाद ना बच्चे ना ऐसे हम लोग काफी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाते हैं कि हाँ हमें आता है, हम सीबीएसई में बहुत अच्छा स्कोर कर रहे हैं। एंड यू नो सीए उस स्टैंडर्ड पे नहीं है, सीए में उतनी आसानी से नंबर उतने ज्यादा नंबर नहीं आएंगे। लाइक सीबीएसई में इतने 95 9900 आते हैं, सीए में नहीं आएंगे। सो इट इज बेटर कि आपको सीधे सी के एग्जाम में वो शॉक लगे, रियलिटी चेक लगे, आपको मॉक टेस्ट में पता लग जाता है कि वेर यू एक्चुअली स्टैंड, सो दैट यू कैन स्ट्रीमलाइन योर प्रिपरेशन एंड प्लान योर प्रिपरेशन अकॉर्डिंगली कि वेर आई एम स्टैंड एंड व्हाट आई नीड टू डू एग्जैक्टली टू रीच।
Correct, correct. Very rightly said, Akshat. In fact, it is very important to know where you actually stand before you face the reality in the exams directly. So, the next question, Akshat, is during your preparation, again, the same time 2 years back, how much were you connected to social media? And during the entire CA intermediate preparation journey, how much were you connected to social media, or were you not connected at all and you were totally disconnected from the world just with your books till the exams got over?
Like I was very well connected on social media during my preparation. Like I was active on WhatsApp, I was active on Facebook. Even during my preparation, there were the Lok Sabha elections in 2019. So I was quite active on Twitter also. Even I remember when the results were declared, I spent the whole day looking at TV and looking on the phone in the ECI website, just looking at those results and discussing it with my friends. So it's not like I was totally away from social media. I was well connected. Although, do ensure that it is not too much of a distraction for you. Like when I was studying, I would just keep phone up in another room at the other corner of the house, so that I do not take the phone at least during that duration. And only in break I would just use it.
Okay, so you preferred not to get disconnected from the world, and you preferred to stay connected with the world, but then within a limited period of time that you had decided for yourself, and not to exceed that particular time, right?
Yes.
Okay. In fact, that brings me to my next question, which is that people have a perception about CA course that it is only and only about studies, just about studies the entire 4 years. After your 12th till you clear your CA finals, it is just about studies, and that is all about the rigor of CA. What do you have to say on this?
Like although studies form a major part of our CA journey and after your intermediate study and articleship work, but it is actually in your hands whether you choose to make it only study and work or you choose to do something else with your life as well. Like there are so many opportunities outside the study and work that you can gain from, like even within the institute and outside the institute also. Like the institute organizes so many conferences, national conferences in various cities and various branches. So if you get to present a paper over there, you get to speak over there, you get to make so many friends over there, and you get a 4 5 day full expense paid trip, that is full expense borne by ICI, a 4 5 day trip to a city and a well deserved break from a, like I participated in the Pune National Conference this year, and I was a part of the Sri Lanka International Students Conference in 2020 as well. In addition to these conferences, I think there are various competitions that the institute holds, like there are quiz competition, elocution, etc. That is starting from the branch level up to the regional, and national, and maybe international level as well. So there are so many opportunities that you can just gain from. It can be a break from our studies, and also some certain value addition will happen when you go for it.
Correct, correct. And I think not only within the CA course, not only the competitions that are organized by ICI, probably there are various other competitions that probably other institutes or organizations organize. Like for example, I think Akshat, you've given some Olympiads as well apart from the ones in the CA course, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm sort of an Olympiad enthusiast. Like from my third or fourth years, I've been giving all sorts of Olympiads possible: science, math, cyber, commerce, and all sorts of Olympiads. Just giving them as a, I like them giving as a hobby. Like it just gives me a quite much confidence, enjoyment, like solving questions. And I think giving those Olympiads also helped me in MCQs. Like all those Olympiads used to be MCQs. I have a developed quite a habit of doing MCQs. That's why do not get confused in the various confusing options that we get.
So yeah, right. Like he said, in fact, they help us, in fact, face new questions altogether, unfaced questions, challenging sort of questions as well. And as regards competitions as well, like you said, the number of opportunities within the CA course as well, like conferences and etc. Like you mentioned. So it is probably what you believe, and what even I believe is it is not just about studies, though it is majorly about studies, but it is not just about studies, right?
Yeah, it
In
is
fact,
just
I
on
would like
your
to.
hand what you choose to make it.
Very true, very true. It is certainly in your hands, and for our viewers, it is truly in your hands. And do make sure that you make your CA journey an interesting one, and do not let any of your friends actually end up say that to the pura din sirf padta hai. So there must be certain things that you do apart from just studies as well, which makes you an all rounder. In fact, I would like to mention that me and Akshat, the two of us met at last year's Sri Lanka international conference. So basically, we represented ICAI at the international conference organized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka last year, and that is exactly where we met last year in Colombo, February. So the point is that, in fact, that this gives one more benefit, one more perk that is there of such competitions, that you get to meet new people, you get to develop contacts. So I happened to meet Akshat over there for the first time. So that is how I know him. So that is one of the big perks of such events as well. So the next question, Akshat, again is a bit connected with this question. Is most of the people, and in fact, the general perception about CA course is that it is the toughest course, and probably it is one of, I would say it is one of the toughest course in India, in the world, right? And but then at the same time, this is the general perception that persists. But then at the same time, there's a particular section of people who believe that CA course is not the toughest and it is probably easy. So what do you have to say on this? What is your belief?
Yeah, I would say that the opinion of those small section of people is restricted to them only. Like for most of us, including me, CA is a very tough course. लाइक सीए में है कि आपको सब कुछ पढ़ लो, अब ये भी पढ़ लो, वो भी पढ़ लो, पिछले पे सब कुछ डाल देंगे. इट्स लाइक अनलिमिटेड वास्ट सिलेबस. Like that is also because ki after you become a CA, there is so much responsibility, accountability that comes with the name of CA, and the institute wants to ensure that we are just prepared for it before we become a CA. So it is definitely tough, it is difficult, and not difficult. I would say rather vast. Nah, but with the right strategy planning and with the sufficient hard work, you can definitely crack.
Correct, correct. I think I totally agree, Akshat. There's one more question that I have connected with this. That is, people find the papers, and generally, CA in the CA course papers tend to be very difficult, and that is where people tend to be very anxious in the examination hall. And there's a lot of problem that people face having that anxiety even before appearing for the exams. People probably do not end up appearing for the exams out of that fear of facing such tough papers. And even in the examination hall, when people face such tough papers, people tend to be very scared, and that is because and what happens then is jo aata hai wo bhi bhul jate log. So in fact, what would you suggest should students do, CA students do, your juniors do, so as to avoid that anxiety?
Right now, you should just know papers. Papers will be difficult because it is CA. But when you encounter those difficult questions or new questions in the exam, you should not get conscious because you do not have to get 100 in CA. Like it is never your intention or plan or strategy to get 100. Like we pass at 50 and 75 in every subject. If you get, you already get a rank. So even at 75, you're getting a rank. Why take the stress that I have to know everything? I have to get every question correct and get 100. Like it is not CBSE or not 12th exams. Like in 12th, there used to be pressure like I have to get 100, I have to get everything correct, 95 plus 100. Like even I remember in my BST paper in 12th, there was even 5 mark question I was not getting. I was not able to solve in the paper. And immediately I became of the opinion कि मेरे पेपर तो बहुत ही खराब हो गया. Although that 95 marks was fully correct according to me, उससे I was like मेरा पेपर तो बहुत ही खराब. In the end, I did get that question, okay. But in CA अगर आपको है कि मेरा 90 85 marks का भी बहुत अच्छे से हो गया, it is a big achievement. So do not get conscious कि हमें 100 लाना है, आपको सब कुछ आना चाहिए. Just ना कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं आएंगे, so just ना let it be that. आपको जब रेस्ट पेपर अच्छे से अटेम्प्ट करो and that take the those questions as a challenge.
Correct, correct. So I think in the examination hall, you should be aware of this fact कि सब कुछ तो आपको नहीं आने वाला है. In fact, focus more on the 80 marks paper, probably on 90 marks paper that you know. Do not focus on the 10 or the 20 marks paper that you don't know. Even if you attempt 80, 90 marks, and if you know that well, probably you might end up getting 60 or 70 or 75. And probably that, even in that case, you could end up getting a rank, right?
Yeah.
So the next question, Akshat, is you have secured ever highest marks in the history of ICI, and you obviously ended up securing All India rank one. So when you got your results, I think in fact even the Chief Minister of Rajasthan posted a tweet congratulating you on your result, right? So my question is, when you achieved this feat, what was the reaction of people around you, your friends, your family, your neighbors, your relatives? What were the positive reactions? What were the negative reactions? What are the reactions from those people who are not from the CA background? I mean, your friends who are not doing CA, or your relatives who are not into CA. So, what was the general reaction, positive as well as negative?
The reaction was very positive and like everyone, my family, my friends, even strangers on social media were all in congratulating me and they were happy for my result and was very enthusiastic and encouraging. I even remember there were many my school friends who I have not met in 2 years. Even they were now putting Insta stories for me, calling me, and they were getting very happy for my result. Like my family, friends, everyone was so happy. Even strangers, as I just said, I have received quite a very positive response. And you asked negative response, I think there were just 1 2 LinkedIn posts I remember. I think where they posted my mark sheet, some people, and they posted our marks and they were asking questions like, "What is the standard of the institute?" People are getting 90% plus in CA, and such kind of outliers put their reputation at stake, something like that. So I think they were questioning my hard work when they did that. But let's not focus on that. There was just 1 2 cases like that. It was very encouraging response on LinkedIn, on Insta, on everywhere I would say.
Correct, correct. I think if once you end up getting a rank, everyone feels as if matlab, your friends would feel that you haven't got AIR one, they have ended up getting AIR one. So they would put
Yeah.
themselves, they feel so happy. And as regards the negative response, I would just like to say one thing. After having known Akshat personally, I can say he's one of the most humble people that I have ever met. And also, after having met him, I can say that he is a person who deserves this feat 100%. The reason I say so is, I mean, a few people might again go on and say he ended up getting AIR one because the papers were easy. If that is the case, if they were easy, the papers were easy for everyone who appeared in that particular attempt. So I somehow feel if he got All India rank one, if he got it with by far, he secured All India rank by far, he secured the ever highest marks. So let us not focus on the marks, but the point, the very fact that competition is relative, and he ended up securing All India rank itself is enough proof of the fact that he's a person of caliber. And it's his hard work that has brought him to this feat. And I'm sure a number of people appreciate that, including myself. The next question, Akshat, is what are your hobbies or likings that you'd like to do apart from your CA life or the CA student life?
Like apart from my CA life, I would say I am a chess player. I used to play a lot of chess in school until now. Also, I play the keyboard. Like during my preparation, I would play a lot of keyboard. It just helped me to relax and help me get a peace of mind. So and also saying I should always keep a hobby or something apart from my study that we can get to relax with, even if it's sports or something else.
Very true. So I think that would help you mentally relax, because probably I think we both, or we all would agree that CA at the end of the day is a mental game, and you need to win that mental game, right?
Yes.
So in fact, that then again, the last question that I would like to ask you is any piece of advice that you would like to give to every CA aspirant, every junior of yours, everyone who wants to go for CA?
Like, well, for everyone who wants to come to CA and doing CA, just believe in yourself. Like, do not get self doubt come in your way. There should be more self belief than any sort of doubt. Like, you can do it and you will do it. Just believe in yourself and work towards, work hard towards.
Perfect, perfect. I think it is that self belief and that self confidence in yourself that will probably end up making you a chartered accountant, and not only a chartered accountant, a successful person in life. Probably that ends our talk with Akshat. Thanks a lot, Akshat, for giving your detailed insights on your CA journey and truly helping us go beyond your mark sheet and know you in and out, know your journey. That will certainly help our viewers as well. And for viewers, if you liked what Akshat said, or if you liked this video, please make sure you like this video, you comment, you share, and you subscribe the channel as well for more such videos in future. And if there's anything that you would like to know, please put it in the comment box. If there's anything probably you find was missing in the video, or anything you would expect in the future videos, please put it down in the comment box as well. And at this time, I mean, in these unprecedented times where there's negativity all around us, it is very important to stay safe at home, to stay positive. So I just like to request all of you, make sure you do not venture out of your house unnecessarily. Please stay at home. Please stay safe, and make sure all of your friends, family members, and your relatives are safe at their homes. All of us together will certainly overcome what is the situation that our country is there in today. So having said that, I think we'll conclude it over here. Thanks a lot, Akshat, again. And thanks to our viewers as well for spending their time over here. Do make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Devesh. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Akshat.